So when we think about how we're going to build wealth and build prosperity across the region, we need to be thinking about not only workforce development and traditional economic development, but how education and transportation factor into creating that great quality of life for everyone who lives here. When we think about prosperity from the regional perspective, we know that we've got to take into account urban environments like the city of Ann Arbor and rural environments like Hillsdale County. We have a great diversity of needs and interests, and we're not going to be able to address them unless we come together and think strategically and collaboratively.
Within Region 9, we have counties of Monroe, Hillsdale, Lenawee, Washtenaw, Jackson, and Livingston. By collaborating across the region, we provide opportunities for our students and future employees in ways that we can't do if we stay isolated. So much like the rising tide floats all boats, by drawing upon the expertise in various parts of the region and applying that expertise across the region, everyone benefits. When it comes to education, everyone knows resources are scarce. Yet when resources make themselves available in one part of the region and that region can't necessarily use them all, people are more than willing to share.
This spring, our office, in conjunction with Emma White Research and the Michigan Environmental Council, was able to work on a study on job seekers and also businesses that are growing in the region to see what kind of transportation needs they have for both attracting talent and for just workers getting to and from work on a day-to-day basis. One of the main takeaways that we learned from it, from interviewing 400 Michigan Works job seekers, and we found out that transportation, when you control for education and race, is actually the #1 factor for them finding and maintaining a job. And it was really surprising to me. In all the partnerships that have come out of working together in Region 9, I think one of the most exciting is that we're thinking about economic development and business growth, but we're also thinking around equity issues around job seekers. So they're not mutually exclusive, they fit together, and the more we can help workers connect to those jobs, the more that we're growing businesses. It's exciting to see it all coming together and us having a broader picture in how we look at growth.
When it comes to economic prosperity, the key ingredient that I think of, in my opinion, is the talent. I think the regionalization approach that we're taking right now is going to help drive getting new employees into the area, plus it will allow us to be more effective in developing the people that we have here in the region. We tend to see some sub-optimization when you start looking at economic development separate from workforce delivery or separate from transportation. But when you can combine all of that, and we have a much better opportunity of understanding what the key growth areas are based on that economic data and employment data. So just having the skills that we need in order to be successful, for the region to be successful, for our employers to be successful, our businesses to be successful, I think regionalization drives a lot of that. So what I've been seeing over the last year and a half has been significantly greater collaboration than what I've seen in my previous 13 or 14 years involved in this.
One of the great things about this process over the last 2 years has been the diversity of people who came to the table to help solve some of these problems. We had folks from universities and from K-12 education. We had folks who are professional economic developers and people who were running businesses every day. We had community planners and people who cared about how their neighborhoods were going to develop, all sitting around the table talking together about how we grow this region effectively. As we do that, we're going to need to deepen our relationships across the 6 counties. We're going to have to expand the services that we offer, and we're going to have to take on some really big challenges. So we're only just beginning to come together as a region. And I think over the next 5 years, we have a great opportunity to showcase this whole area as a place where anyone in the country could find opportunity, where they'd love to come to work, to live, to play.